Once you're in Canva, you're just going to open up a file size that you like. This one is just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over here to Elements, and you're going to go over here. You're going to type in circle frame, because you want to get a frame that you'll be able to put your picture into. So I'm going to go here to the frames. I'm just going to select this one here. And then you just want to size it to the size it's going to be inside of your ornament. So I'm going to make these be 3.5. So I'm going to make 2 different ones because I want to have one. So like if you want to do a frame that has a picture on each side of it, we can do it that way. Or you can still use the same one, same type of technique, just to do a frame with just the image on one side only. Okay, so then we're going to go back over here to Elements. I'm going to just grab some family pictures from here because I'm not going to use any of my personal pictures. But make sure you just use your pictures if you want to. You can upload them here into Canva as well. So I'm just going to put family picture. And I'm just going to grab a couple quick ones here. So I'm going to grab this one here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it until it goes into the frame. How you get it to move throughout this frame is you can double click it. And then now you'll be able to adjust where the picture is in here. And if you want to make it bigger, you just pull on one of the sides and then you can center it as you see fit. So I'm just going to make this one a little bit bigger. Try to move it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to click out. So now you have your picture in here. I'm going to do the same for this one. I'm just going to grab another one. So if you're only going to do one picture, then you only need to do this once. But if you want to do a double-sided picture ornament, then you want to do this part twice. Okay? So then I'm just going to grab one more picture. I'm going to grab this one right here. Same thing, put it in there. Double click it so that I can drag it. And if I want to make it a little bit, well, it looks like that's like perfect actually. So we'll leave that one there. So then next thing you want to do is, if these are the 2 pictures that you're going to use, you're going to go ahead and do share, download, and I'm just going to print this out as a PDF, but you can do it as a JPEG, whatever you want, because either way you're just going to go to your printer and you're going to print it out on your photo paper, or if you have like glossy sticker paper, whatever you want to use to print your photos, do it that way, even if you just want to use regular paper. Okay, so I'm just going to do PDF print, do open that up, and then I had extra pages, so I just want to make sure I don't print out those extra pages. So I'm just going to go over here and I'm just going to print it out on my regular printer. I have an Epson 2800 ET or Eco Tank printer, as you can see right here. So this is the printer that I'm going to be using, and I'm just going to do all the settings here and then I'm going to print this out. Okay, so now that you've printed out your photos, what we're going to do now is to design the ornament inside of xTool Creative Space, or XCS. So you're going to open up your canvas, get a new one, and go to Shapes, get a circle. For this circle, we're going to make this a little bit smaller than the circle that we did for the frames that we did for Canva, for the pictures. So then we're going to go over here and we're going to make these 3.4. So from here, we're going to do outline. We're going to uncheck this box. And for this border, you can make it as thick or as thin as you want, but I'm going to do mine at 0.325. Hit confirm. So then you can verify that this circle is still 3.4 and then the outer one is just 0.325 bigger. So the next thing you want to do is grab a half circle here you're going to go over to the angle here and change it to 180 so it flips over. And then I'm just going to size it down because it's a little bit big. So I'm going to size it down, make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm just going to line it up until everything, the crosshairs has that plus sign to it. I'm going to highlight both of these, or I should say, I'm going to highlight the half circle and then the outer circle only. And then I'm going to do unite. Okay. And I'll show you why I haven't done anything with this inner circle yet. So then the next part we're going to do is we're going to get a circle again. So this is going to be the area where your ornament string or twine, whatever you want to use to hang your ornament, will go. So I'm going to change this size to a 0.5. I'm going to do outline, and I'm going to change this to a 0.25. Okay. Uh-oh, undo. And then highlight both the outline and the circle that you started with, and then you're going to do subtract at overlap. This makes it one piece. Okay. Then you're going to go over to the top part of your ornament again. I'm going to size it down, so I'm going to make this a 0.75. And then I'm just going to overlap it enough to where it's overlapping, but then it doesn't cross over into that inner circle. Then I'm going to highlight both of these. Don't highlight this inner circle. Then I'm just going to do unite. Okay. From there, you're going to take this piece, this outer piece, and you're going to copy and paste. This will be the back of your ornament, okay? Then for this one, you're going to highlight both of these, and then you're going to do subtracted overlap. So it makes it one piece now. So it looks like this, and then this one looks like this. So if we want to change it to a different color so you can see what I mean, I'm going to change this one to black. So then once you see this go over top, so let me bring it to the front. Then you'll see that now this piece will be the part that covers up your photo. So you'll do your back of your frame, then you'll do your photo here in the middle, and then you'll put this on top. Okay? So if you want to add, if you want it more than just a photo in the center of this and you wanted to put some text in here, you can either do like some stuff around the ornament, but I feel like the cutest thing and the easiest thing to do would just be get another half circle, put that half circle, and let me change this back to cut. Get this half circle, and then you make it as wide as you can to fit inside. So let me zoom in a little bit so that it's overlapping on this one here. And then if you want more of your picture to show, you want to make this shorter. So then you go up here and you unlock your shape so that you can make this shorter. So I think that will be good. You want to get as much as a photo as you can. So then I'm going to highlight both of these, and then I'm going to do unite. So then it gives you this area right here where you can add some text, okay? So I'm going to zoom out. So if you want to just do a one-sided photo ornament with text, then you can just keep it like this. You just need to cut out these two pieces. But if you want to do a double-sided, then all you're going to do is just do copy, paste that piece. So then you can have it be on both sides. So maybe you can say on this one, you add text here. You want to put Merry Christmas so that you remember the year. You can say Merry Christmas 2024. And let me just change these back to blue so I can say that these are going to be the ones that get cut. Okay, and then black will be for engraving. So I'm just going to go through and make sure all the blue ones are set to cut real quick. because you don't want to go and start doing your laser engraving and cutting and find out that you had the settings wrong. Okay, so then for the text, I'm just going to size the text down so that it fits inside of the ornament appropriately. Going to use the line up tool to make sure it lines up. To me, that looks good. So say on this one, you want to put like the family name, so you can put I'm just going to make up a name, the Tyler family. Okay. I'm going to put it on engrave. And then I'm just going to do the same thing here, move it down, and you can size it down by using the corner box and just moving it down, or you can go up here to the sizing and then you can play with the sizing here as well, as you can see. Okay. I feel like it's easier to do it this way because then you can like size it down exactly how you want. Again, I'm going to use that tool to make sure it's centered. And I'm going to make it go down a little bit. If you want to make minor adjustments, you just use your up, down, left, right arrow keys on your keyboard to make those minor adjustments. And to me, that looks good. Okay, so if that's all you want to do, then let's move on to the next part. We're going to go over to I have an xTool S1, and we're going to use that to cut out and engrave the ornaments. And then let's go check on the photos to see if they're done printing out. All right, so the photos printed out really good I'm using glossy sticker paper. So these are the photos, they're good. So all we need to do for this part is get some scissors and cut around the circle. So I was just thinking about something too. So I do have like a Cricut and a silhouette. So if you wanted to do this process in there and make it easier for yourself to cut out, to put your pictures in and cut them out, you can do it that way too. But I just wanted to make it simple for people who maybe just have the laser engraver, and that way you could just do it by hand. Okay, so now that you are at your laser engraver, whichever one you have, like again I said, I have the xTool S1. You're gonna get whatever material you're gonna use, In this case, I'm gonna use 3mm basswood plywood. You can do this process with any type of material you like. Even if you want to use acrylic, you can do that as well. Okay, so I'm going to set this up on my honeycomb, and I'm going to put the laser on top of it so that I can get a distance measurement. You're going to make sure your engraver is connected, and then you're going to hit this distance measurement. This measures the distance from your material to your laser. Okay, from here you're gonna hit this mark processing area, hit rectangle, start marking. So you get the bottom right corner, and then you push this button here, and then you do the same for the top left. Put it up there, and then you're gonna hit this button here, and that's how you get the measurements of your material on your honeycomb. All right, once you're done, you're gonna hit end marking and done. From here, you'll be able to put all your pieces onto your material. So I'm just gonna make sure everything is set correctly. So the the text is going to be set to engrave, so that's good. And then each ornament is going to be set to cut. Make sure everything is on output, so it's going to cut it all. And then I'm just going to organize these so they fit into the area that I marked. I'm going to make sure everything is set correctly, so I'm going to go up here to user defined material. I'm going to change it to 3mm basswood plywood. And then for the cut settings, I found on my machine that I need to change this to 8 for it to cut all the way through on one pass. So I'm going to do that. And then the rest of the settings are good for the cutting, and then the engraving seems to work fine on the settings that it puts it on for the 3mm basswood plywood. Okay, so then we're going to go to process. I'm going to turn on my IF2 so that it sucks out those fumes, and then I will show you a little bit of the process and then we'll put it together. So right now it's showing that it's going to do the engraving first, and then it will do the cutting second. Okay, so it just finished. So now we have both pieces, or I should say all the pieces. And then we can go ahead and put them together so that we can make the ornament. All right, so all you're gonna do now is just take some scissors and then just cut these out. All right, so I have them both cut out now. All right, so the next step is to put your photos onto the ornament. So you can either glue them on if they're just like regular photo paper, but since I have sticker paper, I'm just going to take the backing off and stick them on there. I just want to see where to put it. Okay, all right. So I'm going to take this off of here. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to stick the sticker on here. And I'm gonna try to do it as even as possible. So I'm just gonna not stick it too far on there, so that way I can make sure it's on there good enough. So it looks like I need to move this one over just a little bit. So let's see. Make sure the sticker looks good on there. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna try it one more time. All right, so that looks good to me. So I'm just gonna make sure that's stuck down on there. So if you just wanted a one-sided ornament, all you have to do is glue that part together and then stick your little ribbon or whatever you want to use to hang your ornament, and then you can just have a one-sided ornament. However, if you want it two sides, then you just flip it over here. Do the same process, put your other picture on this side. So then I'm gonna glue that on, and then we'll get a ribbon to put on there. So we'll just glue each piece together. So we'll have that middle piece with the picture on each side, and then our cover pieces, we'll glue this all together so you can have a two-sided ornament. Okay. All right, so there you guys have it. I put a little string on there, so we'll take it over to see how it looks like on a tree. All right, so this is how it looks on the tree. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Stay blessed.